Good evening. My name is Coach Ronnie B, and I am the Alpha Parent and Family Advocacy Coach. I am coming to you this evening because many of you have heard about the celebrity. His name is Twitch. And unfortunately, um, we have experienced a loss. Um, he took his own life. He leaves behind a wife and three children. And the reason why I wanted to come on here this evening and speak with all of you, or whenever you're catching this replay. Um, it is because as a life coach, some of our clients deal with uh, suicidal thoughts, and it is our job and it is our duty to address that, attack it, and to help those individuals. What I want to share with all of you on today is that even in my past, there was even a dark time when I also entertained those thoughts of suicide. And maybe some of you have, um, or maybe some of you have friends or family that have, or maybe you have suffered a loss of a friend, family member, maybe even a colleague that actually it was successful. But what, but excuse me, what I want to share with you are just a couple of different tips that I think are very, very important and some awareness. So, of course, suicide is when uh, people they harm themselves with the goal of ending their life and they die as a result. Um, a suicide attempt, though, is when people harm themselves with the goal of ending their life, but they do not die. And as I shared some of this information, um, that of course either has been researched or from personal experience or experiences of others, um, I just want you right now just to go into your heart, even if you've never experienced this, even if you never had this thought, even if you have never known anybody personally who has taken their life. I just want you to right now to take a deep breath, hold it, and breathe out. Because I know that this is something so serious and so um, devastating um, for all of us. And when I say all of us, I'm just talking about the epidemic. There's a crisis. There are many people who entertain this because they feel that this is the option. They feel that all of what they are going through, all of what they are experiencing right now, it's too heavy to carry. The burden is too heavy. The problem is too heavy. The situation um, is too hard. And so, some of the warning signs that someone may be at immediate risk for attempting suicide. Let me just share this with you because I want to be respectful of your time this evening. Talking about wanting to die or wanting to kill themselves, of course, but talking about feeling empty or hopeless or having no reason to live. Talking about feeling trapped or feeling that there are no solutions, feeling unbearable emotion or physical pain. Have you ever experienced something in your life so much that it acts that mentally actually it starts to manifest in your body and you start to feel the pain of it? I mean, that's a real thing. Um, Talking about being a burden to others, withdrawing from family and friends, giving away important possessions, saying goodbye to friends and family, putting affairs in order, such as making a will. Sometimes, of course, we are making a will just to be um, financially responsible, so that we so that we don't, of course, um, so that our affairs are in order so that our family and friends and everybody can grieve in peace because we have taken care of our business. But Sometimes that can mean something else. Taking great risk that could lead to death, such as driving extremely fast, talking or thinking about um, death often, as well. Other serious warning signs, making a plan or looking for ways, um, to kill themselves, such as searching for lethal methods online, stock piling pills or buying a gun, talking about feeling great guilt or shame, using alcohol, drugs more often, acting anxious or agitated, um, as well as changing eating or even sleeping habits, and showing rage or talking about seeking revenge. Sometimes people may think that the revenge of taking one's own life is going to bring about such guilt to someone, such as you broke up with me, you divorced me, you hurt me, so now I'm going to take my own life as revenge to get you back. Um, Also, some things that are risk factors are depression, other mental disorders, substance use disorder, chronic pain. Um, I know there are many people that are ill. They are with disease, and that chronic pain, they just don't want to live with it anymore. A history of suicide attempts, family history of mental disorder, substance abuse, family history of suicide, exposure to family violence, including physical or sexual abuse. Um, if you have been abused physically or sexually in any kind of way, abuse, that's trauma. And that trauma, sometimes we want to escape from that trauma because we can't escape our heads and those thoughts that we have. So that's another thing to look out for if your family member or yourself, if you have gone through that, like you need to seek help. That is something that um, trying to get through that, navigate through life, you have to address that trauma. You have to address that type of abuse because it starts to show up in other areas of your life, and which leads to sometimes suicidal thoughts. Um, it has happened with some of my clients as well. Having recently been released from prison or jail, the prison population or jail. I mean, now you're in. Now you have a record. How am I gonna get a job? All I keep hearing is no's. It brings you back to that place of hopelessness. What do I have to live for? What can I do? What skill can I don't want to be a burden. It's all cyclical. Um, Also exposure either directly or indirectly to others' suicidal behavior, such as that of family members, our peers, or even celebrities. Okay. So anything stressful life events, loss of a loved one. Oh my God. I feel I feel the heaviness of the holiday season and people not being able to celebrate with the people that they want to celebrate the holidays with, and having all those memories. That's heavy, that's painful. um Legal troubles, like I just mentioned, financial difficulties, and interpersonal stressors such as shame, harassment, bullying with our especially with our kids, discrimination or relationship troubles. And when I even say discrimination, I'm just not even talking about racial discrimination. I am talking about even being discriminated because of who you want to love, like your sexual orientation. Um, that community also suffers from suicide um, at a very high rate. But anyway, I just wanted to come on here and just say that you have to find you have to find your why. You have to find your why to live. You have to find your why to live. You deserve to live. You deserve to be here. And more than anything, it's your right to live, but you must find your why. to continue. And if it's a why that that you are struggling with, what, like, why should I live? Why should I be here? Why? Um, then you have to even go deeper than that. And when I say deeper than that, I am literally talking about having a goal and a plan and a vision. Because whatever you have experienced, whatever you have gone through, it is a season. It's 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 a season, because we have all these seasons of life that we're going to go through. Um, and everybody has their own cut path and journey, right? And we don't know what we're going to face, but it is a season. You must, you must have a vision, a goal, and a plan, and know that there is happiness, know that there is still joy that can exist for your life and for you. And it's because people love you and they care about you and they want to see you, they want to see you live, point blank. But anyway, I just wanted to come on here and share this, because this really pricked my heart. And um, as like I said, as a coach, this is this is there's nothing too difficult for you if you seek help, but seek it. Seek it, and let's make it normal. You know what? I'm not doing good. I'm not doing good. And know when it's time to go, know when it's time to stay, know when it's time to release, know when it's time to change, because all of that also will affect your mental health. You don't have to stay where you are. I'm Coach Ronnie B, and have a good evening, a wonderful Wednesday, and I'll see you soon.